Zack Martin has been the Iron Man, the Rock, the foundation of the Dallas Cowboys offensive line for nearly a decade. But those days may be numbered as whispers of this living legend hanging up his cleats have been growing louder and louder. Today, we're taking a deep dive into the shocking comments from the 9-time Pro Bowler that have the entire NFL world buzzing about his future. Hey there, Cowboys Nation. Welcome to Dallas Cowboys Fan, your ultimate destination for all things America's team. Whether you bleed blue and silver or are just starting to catch Cowboys fever, this is the place. If you are a die-hard fan, please make sure to subscribe for more latest news and updates of your favorite team. Today, we're diving deep into some major NFL news that has the entire league buzzing. Grab a seat and get comfy because this one is a doozy, involving one of the greatest to ever lace 'em up, Zack Martin of the Dallas Cowboys. Let's set the stage here. Martin has been an absolute force on the offensive line for America's team for nearly a decade now. With a jaw-dropping 9 Pro Bowl selections and 7 first-team All-Pro honors, he's been the rock anchoring that vaunted Cowboys' offensive line. A mauler in the trenches and a technician with his footwork, Martin has consistently made the game look easy while going toe-to-toe with some of the most fearsome defensive linemen in the league year after year. But as he gets set to embark on his 11th professional season, whispers that the 32-year-old is considering hanging up his cleats have been getting louder and louder. Those rumblings turned into a full-blown earthquake when Martin dropped this truth bomb at the Cowboys' mandatory minicamp. I think I would be lying if I claimed it had never crossed my mind, right? Folks, when a player of Martin's caliber comes out and says something like that, you know it's serious. The man is being as candid as they come about contemplating the end of his playing days. Even icons have to face the reality that their careers in this brutal game won't last forever. But don't go preparing those tearful retirement tributes just yet, because Martin still has some tread left on those tires. He's keeping his mind right, making it clear that he's solely focused on the 2024 season, saying, "Just try to tell myself, hey, go out, do your thing, and let anything else take care of itself after the season." That's the cold-blooded mentality and approach that has allowed Martin to sustain his excellence at the highest level for so long. He's dialed in on the here and now, not getting caught up in the noise and speculation. For Cowboys fans, that's the attitude you want to see from a consummate professional like Zack. But let's rewind the clocks and revisit just how Martin became the Dallas legend he is today. The Cowboys snagged him with the 16th overall pick in the 2014 NFL Draft out of Notre Dame. From the jump, it was evident they had a special talent on their hands. In his rookie campaign, Martin was a driving force on that offensive line, paving the way for DeMarco Murray's historic 1,845 rushing yard season. His play was so outstanding that he came in second in Offensive Rookie of the Year voting, just narrowly behind Odell Beckham Jr.'s legendary catch-filled debut. And just like that, the Martin legend was born in Dallas. Over the next 9 seasons, he would cement himself as the premier offensive lineman in pro football, earning those 7 first-team All-Pro nods. A 4-time Pro Bowl Offensive Lineman of the Year, Martin has been arguably the most complete and consistently dominant player at any position during his career. His impact doesn't just show up on the stat sheet or in the accolades, though. Martin's brilliant technique, nasty demeanor, and fiery leadership have been the driving forces behind the Cowboys' offensive line being a strength year after year. For elite quarterbacks like Dak Prescott and running backs like Ezekiel Elliott, having Martin clearing lanes has been a cheat code to racking up big production. Martin's prowess and steadying presence have been invaluable. But now the Cowboys are being confronted with the reality of potentially losing their anchor up front. While he intends to give it his all in 2024, Just the thought of Martin's retirement has to be making the offensive coaching staff sweat. Replacing a talent of his caliber would be a monumental challenge and force a major shakeup of the big boys up front. Just look at how the offensive line dynamic shifted in Philadelphia when Jason Peters finally hung him up. One retirement can completely alter an offense's identity. You're talking about a potential massive drop-off in pass protection, run blocking, and overall physicality. Adjusting to life after a Hall of Fame-level talent is brutal. So as we approach this 2024 season, you'd better believe all eyes will be glued on Zack Martin and his every move, his every quote. Is this his last rodeo? Is he laying it all on the line one final time to cement his legacy with a Super Bowl run? Or does he have another year or two left to keep doing his thing? No matter how it shakes out, Martin's place among the most iconic players to ever suit up for the Dallas Cowboys is unquestioned. He's been a picture of excellence, consistency, and leadership from the moment he stepped on the field all the way through the twilight of his career. In many ways, he's been the heart and soul of the Cowboys over this last decade of sustained contention. Whether this season ends up being his last tango or not, we've been blessed as NFL fans to witness the greatness of Zack Martin. His punishing playing style and unbridled intensity are what make the game special. With Martin potentially entering the home stretch, we should cherish every rep, every pancake block, and every win he grinds out in that Cowboys uniform. When he does ultimately decide to hang him up, tear a page from Martin's book. Don't get caught up in the nostalgia just yet. Appreciate the present, tune out the noise, and go out and do your thing. That's been Martin's method for having one of the greatest careers we've ever seen from an offensive lineman. And you can bet that's how he'll approach whatever decision he makes about his future in the NFL. So there you have it, folks, the big scoop on Zack Martin and how his potential retirement could impact the Dallas Cowboys and shake up the entire league. Whether this is the end of the road or he has a few more great years left to give, one thing's for sure, we've witnessed the career of a true icon in the making over the last decade. But enough from me, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Is Martin a first-ballot Hall of Famer? Does Dallas have a chance to contend in 2024 if he retires? I want to hear all your hottest takes on this developing story. Make sure to smash that like button, hit subscribe, and ring that bell for all the latest NFL news and analysis. I'll catch you legends on the next one.